Yo, what is up, everybody? Back again. Y'all already know what
Nail,
it is.
play that shit.
Oh yeah!
Oh man, this man got the background.
You already know, man. Get that money, man. Get that money. Take to the house. Ain't no easy money. Easy money. Well, it should be easy money, but like
Look,
I
knock
said,
on wood.
Look at the rookies we drafted. We got Dean and we got Davis. Two from Florida. It doesn't get better than that shit.
yeah, put that shit up.
As Ricky Bobby said, if you ain't first,
You're
you're last.
Exactly.
Second place is at 2.
Definitely gonna make up for it.
Trust me. I need a sports podcast, man. I need it. 2-seed Minnesota Timberwolves. Or I'm sorry, the 3-seed Minnesota Timberwolves versus the 5-seed Dallas Mavericks. Battle for the young star, taking the crown in the West. Luka, Ant, both solid teams. How does this series go? How many games? Who's the, because there is the conference finals MVP now. Obviously, I'm pretty sure one of those awards is gonna be either Luka or Ant, depending on who win that. More than likely, there's a chance Kat or Kyrie could come in to steal it, depending on how they play. But how does this series go? You let the Cams kick it off, and then me and Chris will throw what we in, and then y'all can touch on y'all little wager y'all made last night. So
I'll let Cam go first.
Oh, you want me to go first? Okay.
Yeah.
And don't sugarcoat nothing. Say how
Nah,
you feel with your
I ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing. It's gonna be kind of like the Sun series. They're gonna have to take a lot of jump shots to win this game, and it's not gonna be the thing that's gonna be different from the Mavs and OKC series. Luka and Kyrie gonna be like on the island by themselves because the T-Wolves actually have defenders that can keep up with them and like really good defenders too. So Luka gonna be guarded by Jaden McDaniels. He's a really good defender. He's gonna make it tough on Luka. Then Kyrie gonna be guarded by Ant. So that's gonna be tough right there. And so now you gotta look at the others around them. Do you really believe PJ Washington is gonna have another series that he been doing or whatever? And do you trust Derrick Jones to have the same series? So that's what that's gonna come down to for them offensive wise, defensive wise. Well, also on the offensive side, like I said, it's gonna be all jump shots. It's gonna be almost impossible for them to dominate down low. With Cat down there, Rudy down there, they got Nas Reed come off the bench or whatever. So it's gonna be damn near impossible for them to get to the bucket or whatever. So it's gonna be jump shots, threes, mid range. They're gonna have to be on point. Kyrie gonna have to come to play or whatever. On the defensive side, I don't know who guarding it. It's gonna be PJ.
I think
He's gonna be either PJ.
I think it's gonna be Derrick Jones Jr. to start off.
That's barbecue chicken.
I think they'll put PJ on Cat.
He might do that. He might bring it Josh Green off the bench to do it too.
They're gonna try to double. They're gonna have to double. You could do zone too. They're gonna have to double in, but I think they're gonna have a lot of second chance points, a lot of second point chance opportunities for the T-Wolves. A lot of offense rebounds. So that's gonna be a big plus for them. Usually in these games, in these series, whatever, it comes down to rebounding and can you make stops in the fourth quarter, or not even fourth quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, also second half. Can you make stops? And I'm a sway towards T-Wolves on this one. So I got T-Wolves. They're gonna make it fast. In 5.
Oh yeah, you feeling bold though. Watch this. All right. Ready, Bryce?
Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
All right. So first off, let me tell you the key word with this series is gonna go against the T-Wolves. Foul trouble. All right. So Cat he can't stay at fouling. And with that being said, Cat doesn't have the speed to keep up with our guards and with our bigs. So when I'm saying that is Gafford got obviously, he ain't the best offensively, but when it comes to rebounding, him and Rudy cannot stay out of foul trouble when it comes to getting rebounding back. We've seen it with Jokic. I'm not comparing Gafford to Jokic, but in every series, even with Nurkic, they kept getting foul trouble. And Gafford had a better season than Nurkic this season. So that says a lot. If you get in foul trouble with Nurkic. So one's gonna be foul trouble. Cat can't stay out of foul trouble for nothing. Rudy can't stay out of foul trouble. So if you can't keep your bigs out of foul trouble, it's gonna create more spacing for them to keep shooting. And you saying jump shots, the Mavs are not a bad jump shot. They literally top 5 in jump shots made. So that's gonna be their bread and butter right there. You seen Dante Exum come off the screens and make threes. So that's not gonna be the problem. They barely go to the paint unless Luka's throwing the lob balls off a pick and roll. So that's not gonna be an issue with me making jump shots. The next factor is Kyrie been holding back for a reason. He's been holding back for a reason. He's been committed to playing defense and also trying to set everybody up. Once they get that switch to where it's killer mode for Kyrie, and on top of that, Ant called him out, said he want to see Kyrie. You want to see the Lord Ramadan, man?
Lord
Hey,
Ramadan is crazy.
Hey, let's get it. So I'm gonna say so. Kyrie in this series, if I had to pick who's gonna be MVP, it's gonna be Kyrie. It's not gonna be Luka. It's gonna be Kyrie.
It has to be.
And I'm saying it's gonna be Kyrie because like the first 2 series, he literally been holding back to let Luka cook. These last 2 series, Kyrie's gonna take over and cook because he's going against a young Ant-Man, and then obviously, if the Celtics do win, he's going against a team he really hates. So it's gonna be Kyrie for both series. So I'm gonna give a nod to Kyrie on this one. In this series, I'm gonna say it's gonna be Mavs in 6. Everyone 6 in the first one, they're not gonna switch it off. It's gonna be that, and it's gonna be on that home floor because Minnesota has a home floor. And on top of that, it's gonna be a repeat of 2011 all over again because if you've seen that 2011 team, they went through Portland, they went through LA, then they went through a young promising team in OKC. Minnesota's a young promising team, but when you have a killer mode in Kyrie who know how to break up teams like that, you can't bet against that man. He missed the 4th quarter for a reason.
Okay, so Cam Sanders, you came out and said your spiel. You said Minnesota 5.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
And you saying it's not even chill. Like they're gonna get him up out of there quick.
Yeah, it's gonna be quick.
If Luka balls out and takes out Minnesota, then will you come on here and apologize and say, okay?
No, he still gotta win it. He still gotta win it. He still has to win it. Because look, that's my main thing. You can't win with that play style. He has to win it. He has to win it.
But he's winning.
No. Winning.
You say he has to win the championship.
Winning and actually winning the championship are 2 different things.
That's fair.
I dig it. Chris, how you feeling on this one? You just watched the Mavericks up close. Obviously, you're a pretty big Ant fan yourself.
I think both sides got a good point. I think it'll go to 7. I think it's gonna be a really good series. Like I'm actually really excited for this series. And I think it'll go to 7 because of what Cam said. For one, I think the Timbs will lose a couple of games because their bigger stars are being in foul trouble. I think Mike Conley is a horrible matchup on both sides of the ball. I don't think he could keep up with the pace of the Mavs, and I don't think he could really guard anybody on the Mavs. So that's 405 right there on the defensive side of the ball. But I think in the end, I think Tim's probably take it in 7 because, at least from what I saw, y'all won. The Mavs won because we did not have size. That's all Minnesota has is size. So it'll be interesting to see how Jason can adjust to that. I think it'll say a lot about his coaching style and how much he affects that team if they actually pull it out. But as of now, I'll say Tim's at 7.
Yeah, that's another thing. Also, I think coaching probably matters also. And I'm not saying like it'll be blowouts. So I think it will be close games. But I think at the end, T Will's gonna have just more,
Too much firepower.
Yeah, too much firepower.
That's fair.
That's fair. I too think the series is probably going 7. Now, my prediction coming into playoffs, I had Dallas as a dark horse. Then after watching Minnesota go up 2-0, I was like, hey, I'm throwing money on Minnesota. So really, as long as the Celtics handle business, I can't lose because I got the matchups. I got Dallas versus Boston finals matchup at plus 1250, and I got Minnesota versus Boston at like plus 550. So I'm good either way it go. I just need the Celtics to take care of business. But man, I don't know. I just feel like I said at the beginning of the playoffs, man, I just feel like Dallas is a dark horse. When you got two guys who just go get a bucket at any time and they're clutch with it too, as long as your role players could just do enough, them two guys are gonna carry you over the hump. I think it's gonna be some poetic justice for both Luca and Kyrie, where you got people like Cam saying Luca obviously can't win, and then you obviously know Kyrie's history within the league. Ever since he's left LeBron, it's been nothing but turmoil, and he's always in the headlines for the wrong things. He seemed to finally, you know, be on a good path. He's happy where he's at. Um, and I think also Minnesota got a little bit of basketball karma coming. Like I love it. I love the way they talk shit. I love the way they, let you know that they win and then they whooping your ass. It was another clip while McDaniels went for the dunk. Jokic had walked down Ant saying, "Hey, why you waving off the crowd?" And Ant looked at him like, "What you mean?" And pointed at the scoreboard like, "Get out of here, y'all lost." I love it. I love it. But if I've learned anything watching NBA these past couple years, the one guy you don't talk to is Luca. Because Luca gonna talk back and then he gonna back it up as well, man. So it's gonna be an exciting series either way. Like I said, if Minnesota win, I don't care. Because I got money on them. And I was on Eric's pod saying Minnesota go win. But I was on this pod saying Dallas go win. So I'm not gonna pivot now. I got the Dallas all-in shirt from the other Western Conference Finals run in 2022. So I'm all in with Dallas. Give me Dallas in 7, man. But it's gonna be a great series. It's star power all over the floor. I think Luca going, remind some people like, yo, I do this. I've been doing this to grown men since like the age of 14.
Pause.
Kyrie gonna do his thing. And I think they will send a lot of doubles at Ant. While Ant is, obviously one of the best players in the league, no doubt. I think sending doubles at him, he really struggles with that as of right now in his career, and you kind of seen that in Game 5, especially when they have Mike Conley to help him out. They can send doubles and force, which credit to Jaden McDaniels because he did beat Denver in Game 6. So if you lose to Jaden McDaniels, tip your cap. If you lose to Mike Conley, tip your cap. But you damn sure not finna lose to Gobert. I'm sorry. I gained a little bit of respect for Gobert in the Phoenix series, and then I lost it all in this Minnesota series. I don't care. There's no way the 4-time defensive player of the year as the center can't guard the center on the opposing team.
Bro, you acting like that's easy for him to do,
I'm not
bro.
saying it. I'm
No,
not
you acting
saying
like
it's
that's
easy.
easy,
I'm
bro.
not.
It's
Player of
not
the year.
easy.
I'm not
You
even
should
saying
be
it.
the only person in the
Nobody
league that's
can.
I'm
capable
not
of
even
doing
saying
that.
shut him
Nobody can
down.
guard him.
I know I'm not even saying shut him down, but when the man goes for 40 and 0 turnovers, you literally had no
Come on,
effect
bro.
on him whatsoever.
Like you
That's
gotta slow him
unacceptable if
down.
you
Like
Yeah,
four
whatever. You saw
time
no, y'all saw that fadeaway. Y'all saw that fadeaway
that
mid
he
range.
bullshit
didn't even need to
lucky
make
ass
Yeah,
that, bro.
fadeaway.
yeah. You saw that fadeaway mid
He didn't even
range.
he didn't even know what he was doing. He don't even know what he's doing. But
He
yeah.
went home and he talked about that shot all night because he never did it before. He never do it
But
again.
hey,
No, he worked on that, man.
if Ant can take him to the title with Rudy Gobert, he's automatically the GOAT because I don't care. I'm not a Rudy Gobert fan. But yeah, I think PJ is gonna be on Cat. Now, Cam Swan talked about Dallas getting Minnesota in foul trouble. PJ is gonna have to stay out of foul trouble guarding Cat because he was in foul trouble the last couple games versus OKC. So if he's gonna play, he's got to stay out of foul trouble there. But I think that's a one-on-one matchup. He has the agility to kind of keep up with Cat and guard him out on the perimeter. And like I said, man, I just think these are the series where you need two guys to go get a bucket. I've been saying all year that this Luka Kyrie combo, it's not LeBron Kyrie, obviously, but it can be very reminiscent of it. The way they might be able to just take over the game down the stretch and just get bucket after bucket, and there's nothing you could do about it. I think that's what it's going to come down to, and I'm gonna take Dallas in 7, man. That's what I'm going
It's
with.
it's definitely going 7 though, because we the unbiased ones. So if we
Yeah.
both say 7, Kim talk about 5, and Swan talk about 6. It's
Y'all
going to
see.
7, y'all.
6 is better than 5.
Y'all see.
I'll give it to you, Swano, because I'm just proud. Because last night in our group chat, he definitely texted Dallas in 7 after toting all playoffs that
Yeah,
Mavericks were gonna win in 6, and every year's like, no, don't back now. So he came on the
yeah.
podcast and went back to his original. So I'll give you props for that. But yeah, no, I think this one goes 7. This is gonna be a dog fight. I will say right now though, I got Dallas taking game 1. I think Minnesota is coming off they're coming off the biggest playoff high they probably ever had as a franchise. And Dallas has got a couple days of rest. I think they're gonna come out game 1. I think they're plus 4.5 right now. I think Dallas takes game 1, but then Minnesota whoops them game 2 at home, and then we go to Dallas and it's a series, boy.
I
So
think I think the thing that's gonna be the X factor in this one is Mike Conley's health, because obviously he's
that
still not
that is a
100%.
big factor.
Like
What
I know
about
we're
Lucas
talking.
Hills?
I was just gonna say that. I know
I
everybody's
was
talking
about
about
to
Luca's
say
knee.
that.
I know everybody's talking about Luca's knee and everything, but that Mike Conley stuff is in my opinion, is a bigger impact. The reason why I say it's a bigger impact, not being biased, is because, like you said, Anthony Edwards cannot be comfortable bringing up the ball. They don't have a backup point guard. So if he's not playing or he's not 100%, he can't guard. He's still hurt. That's gonna be a disaster. Versus if Luka's hurt and everything, he was still going through with it, because that's when Kyrie picked up the slack and that's when got the role players coming in. So if Mike Conley gonna have to get going on his end too, and I'm not saying he's not, but at his age, at 36, that hamstring, Achilles, whatever it is nothing to play with. Versus Luka only being 25 and he just have like a small bruised knee. And like Bryce said, he has more rest. They've been done with the series since this past weekend. So he been chilling. So he had more time to rest on that knee. They're not playing till Wednesday. So he has hella time to just, rest and rehab on his knee.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay, and then I mean y'all kind of hinted at it, but there was also a bet made yesterday between the cams on this series. Go ahead and tell the people what the bet is, and you can shake here on the pod too.
Oh shoot. Hey, put my hand up, you know
You
what I'm
know,
saying?
we got 50
So
on it.
the bet
50,
was it was 50, like whoever, win the series. It don't matter what amount of games, just whoever win the series is a 50 ball on it.
50 ball. Tough.
Yes, sir.
You already know.
I like that Ken Sanders is coming around with some confidence though, because when I asked to bet 50 on that Phoenix, this ain't my team. This ain't my team. I ain't gonna bet. But now he done come full circle. Yeah, this
Yeah,
my
man.
team.
That's
This
my
my
squad,
team.
man. It's my
Oh,
favorite player, dog.
I can't get mad at
okay.
it.
And then as for the East side, you got Boston, who I think Boston hasn't played basketball in like a week and a half. They've been at the house kicking it, chilling. Indiana just went 7, prevailed. So Boston versus Indiana. I think it's safe to say I think we all have Boston in this one. I would say if you're a betting person, you throw money on Boston, win the series 4-1. Throw money on Boston, win the series in 6. Maybe Indiana gets 2. For sure, bet Boston 9.5 for this game 1 tomorrow night. They're probably going to wax the shit out of the Pacers. The Pacers are coming off one of their playoff highs in franchise history. Game 7 at the Garden with a young team. Boston well rested. They're going to come out, smack them. For whatever reason, they come out lackadaisical game 2. Take Indiana against the spread game 2, because then they're going to raise the spread to double digits for Boston, as they've done. Even if Indiana loses, they're going to keep it close game 2. And I think Boston waxes them from here on out. And they head to the NBA Finals for the second time in the last 3 years. And Tatum has a chance to cement his legacy and shut up all the doubters for, forever. He'll be cemented if he gets that ring. That's all we waiting on. But yeah, I think Boston takes it in 5 more than likely.
I think this series is going to be a little bit more like, it's going to be more competitive than what people think. I do think Celtics will win, but I think it's going to be like a lot of close games. That being said, I do got Celtics in 6, but
6, but you got the Timbs in 5 because it's not gonna be as competitive.
yeah, no, I think that series gonna be competitive. I just think at the end, like when it come down to fourth quarters type deal, I think T Will's gonna pull it off. But
That's crazy.
I think in this series, like you hinted, or no, like you said back in the other series that they just had with the Knicks, whatever. It'll come down to Hallie. Hallie, he gonna have to come out and he gonna have to be a scorer. Like you said, if he comes out to be a scorer, and that opens up everything. And I think really, Siakam, he's gonna be like the X factor in this series. So obviously they missing KP. Miles Turner, he's not Evan Mobley, so he gonna
Yeah,
be a
that's
little bit
true.
more. He definitely gonna be a little bit more better than Evan Mobley or whatever. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a little bit more competitive series than what people it's gonna give the Pacers. But I got Celtics in 6. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes 7 though. Honestly,
I really
I
can't see it go 7.
I think
I think 6. Indiana might be able to get 2 off of them, but 7.
this gonna be their real first series in the East because they're gonna have to put up some points.
They're gonna have to
For
put up
sure.
points, but I mean, it's not like that's not what they don't do. They get
Yeah, it's not.
shots up over in Boston. I don't think I've seen them take like more than 10 mid-range jumpers this postseason. It's either at the basket or three-pointer. That's all they getting up. And I think honestly, unless Indiana is doing what everybody else is doing and sending the house of JT, which they're gonna have to, they don't have anybody on that court that can hold Jason Tatum. Like they're severely undersized versus Boston in the front court, or I guess back court with the guards. Now front court, Miles Turner, Siakam, that is going to be an interesting matchup since Boston doesn't have Porzingis. But I think Al Horford will lock in old man. I don't know how he's still even playing the way he is, but I think he'll be decent. And then I think Drew Holiday is going to make it a living hell for Halliburton, 94 feet throughout the whole series. And yeah, I think Boston, while Indiana, they show flashes at a point in time throughout the series. I can't see them making this a 7-game series. But
They
if they
gon'
do,
they gon'
if they make it 7-game series, they're winning. Boston could choke in Game 7. I can see that happening if it gets to that point.
they gonna make Tatum a scorer. Like Tatum, he gonna have to score because they gonna take the other guys out the game. I think that's what Carlisle gonna end up doing. But then now Tatum, he gonna have to score because like you said, I think it'll come down to him like actually being efficient with scoring and not just putting up like 30 shots and like making like 19 or 17 or like something like not like real lower than that or whatever. But so I think it's
I,
gonna be interesting.
I actually could think it. I could actually see it going to 6, and the only reason why is I'm not even gonna say it's the players. Rick Carlisle's a great coach, and I feel like in certain games he's gonna outcoach Joe Mazzulla. Like Joe Mazzulla has yet to make a dramatic type of substitution in his coaching, and with the mindset that Rick Carlisle has, and with the roster he has, leading this team to the #1 offense and everything, he had to put in more work than Joe Mazzulla had to. And so I feel like in this series, Joe Mazzulla really gonna have to go in his coaching bag because like we already know like what the players can do in Boston, but if you can't have certain players contain Siakam and everybody else or in certain moments, you're really gonna have to make some adjustments. And I feel like the only thing that's gonna kill Boston in this series is the lack of depth they have versus the Pacers. The Pacers arguably has the deepest bench in the league outside of other teams. Boston doesn't. They traded their entire bench for Drew Holiday, in an offseason trade. And so in this scenario, it's gonna come down to bench depth. Like what can they do versus Boston? I mean versus Indiana. Indiana can switch a lot of players in and out. And mind you, like I said, they're missing a couple players as well. Not saying they're gonna win the series, but they're gonna make it competitive because they can. If somebody's having a cold streak for whatever reason, all right, cool, next man up. Like they play everybody from 1 to 15. I ain't never seen nobody do that in the playoffs this season, besides them. Um, New York Knicks take note. That's something that Indiana been doing. That's been helping them. like in certain areas. And like I said, their defense is not really, the best, but they can outscore you. And the thing with Boston is their offense is not the best. Obviously, we know that, but their defense is. But it's gonna be like what can this defense do versus offense? Because if they're killing you on offense, and you're getting tired, you can't even score. That's gonna be the ball game right there. Like they don't have to do much on defense. You can't make your shots because they're outscoring you and outpacing you. And the thing with Boston is, I mean, versus Indiana, they like to run. So as soon as the ball, the rebound out, they kick it out every time. They fast pace and everything. That's why it's crazy because their name is the Pacers and they like pacing the ball. The thing with Boston is they don't fast break as much. They don't run as much. Al Horford old self is not going to keep up running as much. They're going to need Porzingis back. And so you have a lot of players like that. Like you don't every time you see like when they're on fast breaks, who be the first one down in Boston? It always be either JT sometimes, but most of the time it's always Derek White. They're gonna have to run to keep up with them. And they're a fast team, they're a young team. They like to run. Their whole entire starting lineup is maybe like 29 and younger. They'll run. So that's gonna be the factor right there.
And if they do end up winning game 2, Pacers don't be losing at home, bro. So if
they don't, but that's also
scared.
Boston's strong suit too. Boston is really a bad home team and a great a road team. I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
shit, some gonna have to give.
Some gonna have to give. I also think Tatum is gonna be on Siakam this series, and I think he's gonna get back into his defensive bag for real. And I think he might lock Siakam up a bit because he's quick and agile, young. Like there's not too many moves Siakam gonna be able to do to go by him. And from a strength perspective, I think they're pretty equal. So it's not like he's gonna bully him in the paint. I don't think. But yeah, I just think like Eric said when he was on our pod last, you take away the two best options on each team. What do you have left? If you take away Halliburton, Siakam, you take away Tatum and Brown. I think Boston, Derek White, the way he's been playing, you're gonna have the battle of the two backup white point guards and Pritchard and McConnell. That's gonna be a funny matchup. Hauser, Cornette been coming in, giving great minutes, and they can knock down shots. Drew Holiday, I just think Boston is the better team if you take out their 2-star players. But with the men, I just can't see. Like it just feels like, man, if it's not now, it's never gonna happen for Boston. They gotta blow it up. But I think this year the reason, while we use it as a knock, like, oh, they haven't made no adjustments, they haven't done this, they haven't done that. It's because they haven't had to. They've literally been belt to ass on everybody from start to finish this year. It's why they finished with the number 1 record in the NBA. It's why they got 60+ wins. It's why they've only lost 2 playoff games so far through 2 series, and most of their games have been double-digit victories. So props to them. Gotta, of course, keep it up in the Eastern Conference Finals versus the Pacers team that's young, hungry, and playing with house money. But Chris, we'll wrap it up with you. Who you got in this one?
Boston. They got to, bro. Only for Jason Tatum's sake. I feel bad for the dude, bro. If he don't get it, it's literally. I think it was a segment on First Take today that was like Jason Tatum, in the Celtics, winner bust or something like that. Like that's literally what it is for them. It kind of sucks, and it kind of sucks because Luka don't deserve the same like treatment, but like. He been here for a minute too. He been really good for a minute too. We been kind of letting it slide because his team been ass. But I think he should be in the same talks like Luka too. Yeah, you back with a good team. Is win or bust? Is it?
I mean, but he is a 5 seed going up against the.
No.
Because
his
they
play
won
style. I like
50
him.
games. They won 50 games.
But the reason why they more on Tatum though is because like. And it's like I agree with you, Chris. Like as a matter of fact,
I know why they own Tatum. I know why they own Tatum. I'm
not even saying because like he made the pass.
Why they not own Luka?
Yeah, I know that's what I'm saying. I agree with you. I think more so like Tatum has I think already 100+ playoff games and he's only 26 versus I think Luka only had like maybe 25, 30.
Yeah, I would say they are on Luka though, because throughout the OKC series, you heard them saying like, "Man, OKC is so young, like." They're really playing themselves in the future in Dallas, and it's like Shy and Luca are the same age. Like he's been doing it, and like I said, he's been the underdog in every single playoff series he's ever played in. He's surpassed all expectations when it comes to playoff basketball. Like he's never been in a series where he's supposed to win. And like I know not you, Chris, but Kim, you just said they finna lose in 5. So why do he gotta win if you think they're not even finna make it a series for real?
Because he's supposed to be the next. Well, he's supposed y'all looking at him to be the next, like he one of the next young guys to win. So I mean, it's his time. So it has to be.
I guess, but I'm just saying, man.
He been here before.
He has. That is one thing that he does have the ups over Minnesota. That he has been here before, so that experience might play a key factor. But we'll have to let it all unfold. I'm just excited that I'm sad because we're getting to the end of playoff basketball. Today we don't have a game on, but happy because we've about to see some historic stuff play out for the first time ever. Where one of these guys gonna get their ring. So to the best one, may the spoils go to the victor, man. But like I said, I think I got Dallas versus Boston. Cam got Minnesota versus Boston. Swan got Dallas versus Boston. Chris got Minnesota in 7. I think is that what you said?
He said
Minnesota versus Boston. So we'll see. Me and Swan, Cam and Chris. We'll see how it goes, how it plays out, man. It's just gonna be hilarious when the fucking Pacers win this shit, and we're like, Halliburton's the best young player in the league.
That'd be insane, bro. Insane.
Oh, that would be
Absolutely
hilarious.
insane.
That would be hilarious. But we appreciate y'all if y'all listened all the way through to this round 2 recap, conference finals preview. It's your favorite kids from the neighborhood signing off with our new mascot. What's her name before we sign off? I don't even know her name.
Domino.
Okay. Your favorite kids from the neighborhood and our mascot, Domino. We out. Peace.
Ow.
I'm dead.